Welcome back to Waza Wednesday. Recently we've been getting a lot of requests for more kobudo videos. So today we're going to be taking a look at the sai and basic strikes and movements with the weapon. Often when I see people working with this weapon, especially people who are new to the weapon, they just sort of flip it out this way. And when they're working their forms, they're flipping it out as if the flip itself is the strike. And this type of flip isn't going to have very much power. So you want to make sure that when you're using the weapon, you're actually driving your body behind it. Especially if you're trying to penetrate anything with the tip of the weapon, just flipping it out or using your arm alone isn't going to have the power you need, the strength you need to get good penetration with the weapon. So instead of just flipping it, what we do in our kobudo is bring it here. This helps to hide the weapon, especially if I had an old school kimono top with the big sleeves. This weapon can be almost hidden, and it also makes it difficult for the opponent to see if it's flipped in or flipped out. When I strike with the weapon, I'm going to turn my hip and drive my body forward with the weapon. So instead of just moving in and flipping this way, I'm going to be driving with my whole body into the weapon. This is going to be true with any movement of the weapon, strike or block. If I'm using this weapon, I need to have my body behind it, especially if I'm trying to defend against a bigger weapon, like for a bow, for example. So even if I'm working a movement like this here, I want to make sure that both moves have my body weight behind them. Even this down block, for example, if a bow's being swung at me, I need to turn my hip and drive my body into that block. On this initial strike, I'm gonna make sure I step through so that my body is coming with the weapon and with the weapon this way. Then I can follow up with my techniques. Again, torquing the hip and using the entire body, not just relying on the weapon and the arm.